Hey guys, and welcome back to the garden. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Blanca. Today's video, you guys, is gonna be a long one. I am free. Well, my grandson is down for a nap. I asked my husband to watch him because I really want to do a really in-depth coverage of my garden. I want to show you guys exactly what's going on, exactly what's been going on, and it's been really cold. So I think that by now the damage is done, so I can actually get in there every single palm, every single area of my garden I want to cover. So this is going to be a really long video. Grab a snack, get comfortable, because I'm going to go in depth what's going on out here. So I first wanted to start this video by saying I just went to the Tamiami International Orchid Festival. I do have a haul to share with you guys, but I'm gonna do it in a different video. This video is just gonna kind of show you guys, and the trucks are just like going up and down the side street there. So I am gonna do a haul. I'm gonna show you guys in a different video, but this video is just gonna focus on all my orchids in my collection. I want to show you guys how they've been affected. I want to show you guys how they were not affected, and I just want to kind of talk to you about everything. Now, also in this video, I also wanted to let you guys know that yes, I was in a funk. So when I say that I was in a funk, I have to tell you guys it was really hard for me to get out here. I was not motivated. My orchids looked bad. My garden still looks bad, but I'm kind of like over the funk. My garden still looks bad because I have not had the chance ever since September that my grandson was born. It's like my head's been somewhere else, which is fine. I mean, I'm not using that as an excuse because my head will always be somewhere else. My garden, my orchids are very important to me, but I do have other priorities. So when I have those priorities, my garden and my orchids take a step back. So wanted to let you guys know, and I did mention it to a few of my friends, that I just wasn't motivated. I wasn't motivated to get out here. My garden is looking terrible. My orchids are doing bad. I haven't been able to fertilize. I haven't been able to treat my garden, and I was in a funk. It would take a lot of me to get out here and share with you guys my garden because I wasn't happy with it. But you know what? This weekend, it's like I got my motivation back. I have to tell you guys that every single person that I met this weekend that came up to me, that spoke to me, you guys gave me my life, my garden life back. You guys gave me this love back, and I want to thank you guys. And I know that you guys always tell me that my videos, are very helpful and that you need them, you need to watch them, that they make you happy. But making these videos for you makes me happy. So I am glad that I am out of my funk. I hope it doesn't come back. I'm back with the motivation. I'm telling you guys, it was hard until I got to Tamiami. It was really hard for me to come out here and just talk to you guys. And you guys gave me that motivation again. I need you as much as you need me. Believe me. It just, this is also therapy for me. So I am happy that you guys made me get back out here and, and share my love. And we all go through this. I know that many of you guys have left the comments where you said, I used to collect orchids and I stopped and now I'm back. So if that ever happens to you, it's okay. It's gonna be back. You're gonna get that motivation again. I promise you. It's the first time that it's happened to me like this. Since I started my channel, I've been through my funky moments since I started my channel, maybe like 2 or 3 other times, but this time it was really bad. My head wasn't in it. And it took for me to go to Tamiami, to that orchid show, to be there, to talk to you guys, to see my grower friends, to see all the beautiful orchids out there, to get me back on track. So if you're going through a funk, trust me, it's temporary and you'll be back. So anyways, I really wanted to get that off my chest because you know what, this channel is really important to me. And I was in a funk, and I was even thinking of maybe not doing my channel anymore, but like I told you, I spoke to people, I spoke to you guys, the subscribers that came up to me, and you guys, got me into it again. Not that I was not probably gonna stop, but I was like, I was in that mindset. So just wanted to get that off my chest. just wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate you and that I do this because I love it and it makes me happy. And until my garden and my orchids keep making me happy, I am gonna keep uploading my videos. So it's been 5 minutes of me talking. Let me get started with my update. So like I said in the beginning, let's see, December 25th, December 24th, we had a really, really big cold spell. I mean, it was in the 30s. Everybody was bringing their orchids in. I was super busy. I mean, with my family, with my candle sales, with everything. I did not bring one single orchid in. And I'm gonna tell you what happened because I didn't do that. I'm gonna start over here at the beginning because I don't wanna miss anything. So I did have some damage. A lot of you guys were asking me about my phals. How did your phals do in the cold temperatures? Did you lose any? And I do not have as many phals as I used to on my palms. Now I have them in certain areas and hopefully I can cover all of them. So the ones that I have mounted here under my rubellini tree, the leaves are probably gone. I don't see any leaves there. So this was probably not gonna last that long. The flowers are still looking beautiful, but you know what? The damage was made. All of these leaves fell off. So yes, my phals, let's see this one. My phals did get affected by the cold weather. Let's see this one here. This one still got some leaves. A little bit of burn right over here. So for those of you guys struggling with your phals, I can see that I got some damage. Now, I'm gonna go to my other rubellini tree where I keep my cattleyas. And I have to tell you that the cattleyas in my garden were the least affected by the cold weather. I know that I already did a video where I told you guys, sorry, my garden's a mess, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not judging my garden anymore. I will get to it when I get to it. The cattleyas were the ones that got the least amount of damage. I mean, I still have some full sheaths here and there's some beautiful flowers. Right over here, the leaves look green. There's no evidence of any type of cold damage on these cattleyas. As a matter of fact, there's 2 more full sheaths right there. These are under my rubellini tree, right here on the right side of my yard, all the way back here. I mean, and no damage to the cattleyas. So you have temperatures in the 30s and 40s and there's absolutely nothing wrong, no damage with my cattleyas. Now, onto my palm trees here, my Christmas palms around my pool. Now here I have oncidiums and I have dendrobiums. I have a Vanda over here, which, I mean, she's not looking too hot. But there is no way, you guys. I mean, I could have covered them. Like I said, I didn't have time. So, I've seen this one bad before and it's kind of bounced back. So I'm not too worried. This is my Emma Von de Venture. But let's see. Renantheras right over here are almost, the leaves are almost all gone. Oncidium Sherry Babies are looking good, unaffected. Some are still in bloom. These are the Sherry Babies, still in bloom. Everything still looks green. But let's see, Renanthera hybrids over here have lost most of their leaves. So we'll have to see if they bounce back in the future. Now, hard cane dendrobiums, I was told by Carlos from Ophi that that they are the ones that get the most affected by the cold weather. These are my hard cane dendrobiums. We've still got some leaves and they still look green. I mean, some dendrobiums, the hard cane dendrobiums are looking worse than others. I mean, this one's got no leaves anymore. And then this is my Aranda, just bare, but she's been doing bad for a while. Okay, my oncidiums on this tree still looking good. And then I have a cattleya on this side. Today I was walking the garden, you know, cattleya is still looking good. And these were in bud, but I'll get to those in a minute. Look at this, you guys. This is an all white cattleya. It's gonna bloom soon. And buds are doing. They're doing good. They look plump. They look healthy, unaffected. We had that cold front that came in January, and we just had a cold front this weekend. And for that cold front this weekend, which is when I was at Tamiami, I did bring only my violettas in. So they're back out. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do now that the heat is coming back. Tomorrow's already going to be in the 80s. So as far as the cattleyas over here, they were in bloom before the cold got here on the 25th of December, that whole week. Some were in bloom and they stayed in bloom. Some were in bud, and these are the buds. And then the cold from this weekend, we just have a little bit of damage right over here, but these are probably over a week and a half old. So yeah, my cattleyas are safe. So you know what? That just tells me for next year, I will not stress over the cattleyas at all. Probably won't stress over any of the oncidiums on the trees. We'll only stress over the hard cane dendrobiums, but some of them still have the leaves. So, you know, I mean, they look okay. Anything on my trees, I'm not gonna ever move in. I might cover, but I mean, some of them are still okay. All right, let's show you my grammatophyllums. There's lots of you guys asked me about the grammatophyllums, and these are mine. Remember I told you guys, lots of yellow leaves. I took off a lot of the yellow leaves and I got rid of them. But this is what I have left of my grammatophyllums. I didn't know that these would suffer so much. I would have probably just dragged this pot in, or probably thrown something over it if I knew that the grammatophyllums were going to suffer as much as they did. This is the one that stuck to my tree trunk right there. So there's still some green leaves on that, so it doesn't look too bad. This one over here I think suffered the most. So the grammatophyllums, and that's one of the orchids that they told me that I should have brought in because they do suffer. Schomburgkias are doing okay. I mean, all these new growths. That's Schomburgkia right there. I mean, the Schomburgkias look pretty good. I've got cattleyas and oncidiums here, so they're doing okay. My arachnus is doing good. Now, before I go too far, you guys always ask me about my dragon fruit trees. So I have one that's a little bit more yellow than the other. I don't know if that's an effect, you know, caused by the cold, but this one right here, which is my red dragon fruit, has a little bit more of the yellowing leaves than the white. So not sure how cactus, because those are like cactusy trees, not sure how they do when it's cold. But and then everything on, I'll just walk over there. I told you guys it's going to be a long video. Hopefully the baby won't wake up and my husband won't come out here like he's up. Let's see, show you guys what's on my oak trees. So my staghorn is fine, doing well. And look at this fascillatum. Look at all those roots. They seem to be doing okay. New growth, just everything kind of doing the same. I'll go over to my gumbo limbo before I get into my orchid section. Now, this is a surprise. Look at this, you guys. I'm getting some brand new flowers from this cattleya. So even the buds during the cold snap, nothing happened. And then the soft cane dendrobiums, which are the Dendrobium nobilis, not these, but the other ones on my other palms. These are the hard cane dendrobiums. See, they're starting to look really bare. Hopefully they'll bounce back in the spring. I don't think they're dead, but they've lost their leaves, so hopefully they'll bounce back. I'm gonna go over there to show you my soft cane dendrobiums, which are my Dendrobium nobilis, and show you now. Those love the cold, so those are gonna be really happy that it got really cold. Schomburgkia mounted, looks really good. And then this Schomburgkia over here, Membicophilia, has a bunch of new growths. That's a tag. So those are looking great. Still some oncidiums in bloom. Cattleya in bloom over here. And this is a really, really pretty one. Let's see. That's my Cattleya. So you guys are probably wondering about my haul for Tamiami. I did get a few things. I will do a different video to show you guys my haul. I just wanted to just show you what's going on out here because I did not go crazy in Tamiami because of this. I wanted to first do a thorough walkthrough, make sure how everything is doing before I start adding more to my collection. And I didn't go crazy. I am gonna be at Cruel Smith this weekend. So if I do decide to buy, I will wait for this weekend to buy once I take a full look at my garden and what survived and what didn't. And we need to start getting back. This is my zygo. After all the, I mean, it's old already. I mean, she's been in bloom for a while and she went through that whole cold temperature. So if her flowers are bad, it's because she's old and it was cold, but the plant, it looks okay. Gumbo Limbo. Got some thousand bud over here. And I heard encyclias really don't get phased because of the cold. And that's my Encyclia tempensis up there. And then I have another Encyclia alata, I believe that's it. So, and no flying or falling iguanas in my yard. I did not see any iguanas on the floor. So hopefully they ventured away to somebody else's yard and leave mine alone. These are my hanging oncidiums. So yeah, so I will, even though I said I wasn't gonna buy anything for a while, just depending on how my garden looks today and I kind of look at everything, I'm gonna reconsider. I did see some beautiful orchids at the show, but I wanted to just do like a walk like this, like I'm doing now, to just see what I'm gonna be adding. I did tell some of you guys what I'm doing, so I did get orchids for that. So like I said, I'm gonna follow this video up. The next one is gonna be my orchid, my Tamiami haul, so I can show you guys what I got. So these are the soft cane dendrobiums. These are the Dendrobium nobilis. They really like cold weather. I already have some flowers which were premature. I normally don't get these blooms till April, May. Not May. I usually get these like in March, April. They're already starting to flower, and then the canes are just full of the little nodules, little buds. But again, these dendrobiums love the cold temperatures. So maybe now I'll even get more buds because of the cold temp. So a different temperature is good. It does promote the orchids to flower. It just can't get too cold for too long for some orchids. But these, they seem to love the cold temperatures. So these are doing good. These are the soft cane dendrobiums. All right, so let's go to my orchid section. Let me see if there's anything else over here that I haven't shown you. My Vanda mesh with all the orchids are doing good. I mean, I don't have that many flowers, but we all know I've been super slacking in the fertilizing. I hope to get back on track next week. I had some flower spikes here that I was hoping that they would bloom, but those busted. These are my my other Schomburgkias from Plantio. And it was so nice to see all the growers this weekend, or last weekend at the Tamiami show. Like I said, that show gave me back what I was struggling with these few months, with this garden looking a little bit abandoned and nothing flowering and everything kind of looking sad. And then, you know, just being indoors and being busy and not being out here, kind of like, you know, you get unmotivated. But I'm glad that the funk is gone and I am back. I promise you guys, I am back. I mean, after Cruel Smith comes Boca, so I'll have orchid shows back to back to back to back. And then I'm gonna try to get out here and start with the fertilizing again. I can't wait. The next, what I'm gonna do next is water. I haven't watered since the cold, I turned off my sprinklers, I think on Thursday. And today is Tuesday. So my orchids have not been watered in a while. Next time I water, I'm gonna water with Epsom salt. So hopefully tomorrow I will do that. And if I do that, I am going to probably show you guys, maybe make a video, I don't know. So water with Epsom salt is what I heard. A little bit of seaweed kelp, the first time you water after a cold spell. That was recommended by the guys at Ophi. So if you guys are wondering what to do when you water the next time, you want to do Epsom salt. I usually put a 1/4 teaspoon per gallon is normally what I do. When I make that video, if I make the video, I will verify. But normally what I do is a 1/4 teaspoon per gallon of water and then a few drops of the seaweed kelp. So, and that's just going to help get, I guess, help them recover from the cold. That's what I heard. So if you have any questions, call them. They don't care. They'll speak to you guys. Any questions that you have, Ophi International, you can Google them. Their phone number's there. Just give them a call and ask them what to do now that we're going to start watering again. All right, so I'm entering my orchid section. I did bring in the violettas only this weekend when the temps dropped from Saturday night to Sunday. They went down, the temperatures went down to about 38 degrees. My violettas in bloom went inside my bathroom. The other ones under my porch, covered with like a black tablecloth. It was like such an ugly, it gave me such a bad impression. I was like, oh, they look like, you know, they're dead already. But no, I did cover them. So just try to protect them. Everything else just stayed out here. My violettas look good. There's a few leaves that have just a little bit of what looks like sunburn, but is probably cold damage. You see it's on one side. When it's only on one side, it's usually just the sunburn or the cold damage. When you have it on both sides and there's like texture, it could be, you know, like a fungal issue. And I know I'm touching this. I'm gonna try not to touch anything else just in case. I never learn, but try not to touch, you know, anything that looks like this, because you can spread viruses, and that I've learned many times, and I learned it again this weekend when David from Waldor Orchids was showing me how to not spread viruses. But try not to touch anything when you do it. I'm gonna try not to touch anything while I walk around, but just a little bit of damage. But I have some pretty flowers and not really anything yellowing over here, so that's good news. Then I'm gonna walk through some cattleyas that look unfazed. More violettas over here in bloom. Let's see, now this one here, this is my Renanthera hybrid from Bernard. Has a few of the yellowing of the leaves, but I'm sure it'll bounce back. Let's see, my brassavolas. I heard that these were gonna not even be phased by the cold, so I didn't even bother bringing them in. And then you see some phals there. There are some ferns. Everything's gonna look a little dry because they haven't been watered, so until I don't get out here with the sprinklers, they are gonna look a little bit dehydrated and white. Let's see, now this one here, I did notice did have some cold damage. This is the only one that I really noticed when I first walked the garden. So that one does have some cold damage for sure, or something going on with it. And then, let's see. I did see some brand new flowers, some brand new spikes. My Vanda denisoniana looks unaffected still, even with this weekend. So this is good news. That's some good news there. These flowers are looking terrible. This one's been in bloom for a long time, and this one's actually been in bloom to the two cold fronts. So I'm ready to like chop off that spike. That looks so bad. I have a phal in bloom, and I have not really picked up anything over here. So I know it looks a little bit abandoned, but that's gonna change. I also want to tell you guys, I'm only working now twice a week. Before I was working 4 times a week, and now my grandson needs me. My husband thought he was gonna be able to watch him, but there's a reason why women are the ones that have babies. He doesn't have as much patience as I do, so he was like, I can't do this. So I'm only gonna be going into the office twice a week, probably temporary. I'm gonna probably end up just staying home with him. So I will program, or I will have more time for my garden, because I have been neglecting this backyard, and it's really affecting my my mental health. I need to be out here. Look at this, you guys. Cattleya still in bloom. Beautiful golden nugget. Yeah, you know, I don't mean that it's affecting my mental health, but you know, it's like, you know, my garden, my orchids bring me so much happiness. And when I was in that funk, I was just like I was like not in a good, like, you know, I don't know. So just being out here, you guys, makes me happy. So I need to do all the arrangements that I have to do to be out here more. This is that tag that I wasn't able to show you because my grandson started crying. But this is the Oncidium Kenneth Bivens. And look at, I know, I said I wasn't going to touch anything, but let me just move it with one finger. Look at the flowers on this one. And it survived all the cold. I have another Vanda over here. The flowers are still looking good. So let me address that again, because I don't want you guys to think that there was nothing going on like with my mental health. It's not that it affects my mental health. It's just being out here, showing you guys my garden, just being out here and seeing my garden green and pretty. It just puts me in a really, really good mood. So the last few months, this garden, I mean, look at it now. It just looks really abandoned, I know. And trust me, it affects me. It does. So that's what I'm trying to say. Now, working a little bit less, going a little bit less to the office, and being home more like how I was when we were in quarantine, that I had to be home. That's when my garden was at its best. And that's when I felt the happiest, when I was in my garden. So I need to go back to that, which is why I am cutting down the hours that I'm going to be going to the office. I will be spending more time at home and spending more time with my grandson. Even though I do take care of him since last week, I've been full time, but that's the only time that it started. So it's been just a little bit crazy since September. Everything's been a little bit wacky. Here's a flower spike. But, you know, I feel better. Like I told you guys, just being at Tamiami and talking to you guys and made me feel so much better. And if you guys experience that, you know, where you get unmotivated, where you just, you know, lose touch and it makes you happy. I mean, if it doesn't, then that's fine. But if it's something that makes you happy, get back into it. I mean, little by little. Just like me, I know that my orchids and my garden make me super happy. So just being in that funk, it didn't feel good. And just coming out here and making videos like every 2 weeks, like I was doing, it was a struggle because I was in that funk. But hopefully, you know, I feel better. I do feel better. It just, I'm telling you, Tamiami and you guys revived me. So you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of me. You guys are going to be hearing a lot more from me. I'm going to be going to all the shows, which is what I needed now that the shows are back. It motivates me again. So that's it. That was my little confession. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday, a wonderful week. Hope you guys like this video and my full coverage, the update of all my orchids and what's going on. I don't think I missed anything. If I did, I'll try to cover in my next video. Let me know in the comment section. But I think I covered everything. I went to my rubellinis, I went to the back, I went to the over here to the pool. I went to my orchid section. So that's it. Pretty much covered everything. I hope you guys didn't have that much damage through the cold, these cold spells that we're having here in South Florida. I mean, I know that some of you guys are cold always, but us growers in South Florida, it's a pain when it gets down to the 40s. It's just such a pain because most of us grow outside, so we have to haul everything inside, and it's just a pain in the butt. So yeah, I hope your orchids are doing well. You saw my collection, what kind of was affected and what wasn't. So that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will bring you a Tamiami orchid haul the next time that you guys see me with a new video, so stay tuned for that. And then Boca is February 11th and 12th in the school, safe school something in Boca. I'll try to upload a flyer in the community post so you guys can go if you guys can make it. Lots of great vendors, lots of great orchids. I'll be there as a vendor with my candles and can't wait. So, and then this weekend, Cruel Smith, I will only be there on Saturday. We're going for one day and I'm going with my buddy. So it's going to be a good one. So Cruel Smith this weekend, you guys, in Apopka. I will be there Saturday only. So if you guys are going and you guys are hoping to bump into me, maybe grab some candles, make it there on Saturday. So thank you guys again for watching. Thank you guys for hearing me rant and hearing my little confession. But that's it. You know, my channel, it's always super honest and transparent. So it is what it is. Thank you guys for always being so supportive. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.